lack of engagement in your daily scrums, incredibly common. People not joining, not talking, not participating, not sharing, valueless daily scrums. How do you fix that as a Scrum Master? First, I get this question a lot. Is it okay for one or more developers to frequently not attend the daily Scrum? What do you think? If there's still work in the sprint backlog, why does this person not attending the daily Scrum believe that they shouldn't be participating in completing this work? Remember, a Scrum team is a single unit. We are working together to achieve the sprint goal together. And as long as the team hasn't achieved the goal together, every daily scrums count because it's a planning session for the day. It's a way for developers to craft a plan for the day. How can we progress to get closer to the sprint goal? And if there's still work in the sprint backlog to complete in the sprint that the team committed on, why are people not joining? Why do people believe that they shouldn't help in completing this work, or they shouldn't even be aware that we are completing this work? For me, when people are not joining your daily scrums, it has nothing to do with a daily scrum. It has everything to do with a team. There's a problem with a team. Maybe you don't have a team. You have multiple silos. You don't have a single goal. You have multiple goals. And everyone who has already achieved their goal feel that they don't need to attend the daily scrum. Maybe the team is extremely specialized. The iOS developer has already completed their work. There's only back-end work remaining in the sprint. The iOS developer doesn't know how to contribute to this kind of work. They are specialized into iOS front-end development. That's why they're not joining the daily scrum, because they can't contribute to the remaining of the work in the sprint. There's so many reasons why people are not joining or participating in the daily scrums. The first thing I would do as a Scrum Master is have a discussion with a person or group of people not participating or engaging in the daily scrum. It might be one person, it might be a group of people. But the first thing you need to do is talk to the person privately. Come with a mindset that this person is smart and there might be a good reason why they are not joining or participating in the daily scrum. Assuming that they trust you, your goal here is to get this person to open up and tell you exactly why they are not participating so that you can work on ways to improve the situation. If you want more tips on how to improve your daily scrums, run effective daily scrums, watch this video right here. Once all your one-to-ones are done, organize a workshop, everyone in a big room, and start talking about ways, brainstorming ways to improve your daily scrum. Remember, go back to the goal. Why are we doing daily scrums in the first place? If everyone feels that meeting the sprint goal is important, tell them that it's a planning session. A daily planning session. How can we work together to progress towards the sprint goal? And it's a meeting by the developers for the developers, not a meeting where you need to tell the Scrum Master or the product owner what you're doing. No, nothing to do with that. A meeting is for developers, Scrum Masters, and product owners. They are optional in this meeting. Once they understand the why and assuming that they want to collaborate together, they care for the sprint goal, they want to complete it, there's a high chance that they will see value in the daily scrums, as long as the daily scrum is not going 45 minutes, 1 hour or 2 hours. So find ways to improve it. What are we expecting from everyone in the daily scrum? Are we expecting that everyone gives their update? Are we sharing the Kanban board or the Scrum board and going through the work? Who is facilitating the daily scrum? Should we go into solutioning? Should we talk about impediments, blockers? How are we going to work on this plan, craft this plan for the day? What kind of strategy do we want to use, or method do we want to use? And remember to let them know that we are treating this as an experiment. Nothing is set in stone here. We are just treating that new way of working as an experiment for the next sprint. And then in the next sprint retrospective, review things. How did it go? Was there an improvement in the daily scrum? How do you know there was an improvement in the daily scrum? What went well? What could be improved even further? That's how you fix problems in a Scrum team. That's the general strategy that the Scrum Master usually applies when fixing problems in the Scrum team. Remember, you're not here to fix problems. You're here to make the team, help the team become more self-managed so that they can identify and fix the problems themselves. A daily Scrum problem, the team should be mature enough to see that there's problems, people not joining, participating, and fix that themselves. That's a mature, agile, or Scrum team. That's a team that might no longer need a Scrum Master. So to do your job, your goal here is to attain this level of maturity. What can you do? You're fixing the problem now. That's good. But what can you do so that they attain this level of maturity? That they think for themselves, that they no longer need you. That's your personal goal, and you need to work towards that. Now, let's quickly go through some common culprits that make people don't want to attend or participate in the daily scrum, starting with the meeting or event is taking too long. Obviously, you need to take this complaint seriously. If you see that the meeting, the daily scrum is taking more than 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, the morning, every single day, the morning, daily scrum, and then we start working after lunch. There's teams like that. Doesn't make any sense. And you use the strategy what we talked about to fix this issue. Workshop everyone, how can we stick to 15 minutes? Focus only on planning for the day. Now, if your meeting is already taking 15 minutes or less, ask the person making the complaint, giving the feedback, why do they believe that the meeting should be even shorter? And they will tell you. Assuming that they trust you, they will tell you, and ask them back. We need to craft a plan for the day. Work needs to be visible. We need to know who is working on what so that we can progress towards the sprint goal. What can we do to achieve this goal and make the meeting even shorter? Remember, you're not here to tell them what to do. You're here to facilitate these discussions. And if they want to share their findings, their improvements with the rest of the team, please do. Organize a workshop or talk about that in the next sprint retrospective. The second objection, we already talk during the day. Why do I need to join the daily scrum? I'm already talking to everyone during the day. True. That's very good that you're talking to everyone during the day. Communication, collaboration, extremely useful. Extremely important when you're working as a team. You're talking to everyone in the team, but are you all talking together? Are you crafting a plan for the day? Again, that's the goal of a daily scrum. If you start your day prior to the daily scrum, you already crafted a plan for the day. Why do you need to go to the daily scrum? Doesn't make any sense. You already know what to do. So talking to everyone during the day is not an excuse to not join the daily scrum because you're not doing the goal of a daily scrum, planning for the day. That's the goal. You go to the daily scrum, you do the planning for the day, and once the planning is done, even if it's before 15 minutes, you can leave the daily scrum. That's how an optimized daily scrum should be run. Another one is the status report, status meeting, daily scrum, where you're reporting your progress or your updates, giving your updates to the scrum master, the product owner, or even worse, stakeholders joining the session. That's not the purpose of a daily scrum. And don't call that a daily scrum. That's something else. That's another meeting that you do. And you need to tackle why you're doing this meeting and fix it. For the daily scrum is a planning meeting. If you're using your planning session to do a status report meeting, you're going to have a hard time reaching the sprint goal simply because you're not planning your day. You're just giving status reports. It doesn't make any sense. Again, the problem is not with a daily scrum. The problem is with the structure and the ways of working of a team. Why does the team feel that we need to give updates to the scrum master, to the product owner? Is there a problem of trust? Does the product owner or the scrum master believe that they are the manager, the boss of a team? The team should be self-managed, right? We are all smart people in the team. Everyone at the same level. No hierarchies, right? In Scrum. Why do we need to give updates to the product owner, who is optional? They don't even need to attend this meeting. Remember, daily Scrum for the developers, by the developers. Another common reason why people are not participating in the daily Scrum is that they simply have a hard time knowing what to say, or they are shy. Talk to the person. What could improve this situation? What can we do as a team? Or what can this person do in order to get things to say? Other members have things to say, right? What can this person do? Or maybe the team can decide on changing the approach. Instead of telling what I did yesterday, what will I do today? We can walk the board. Watch this video right here for more details. Basically, instead of managing people, we are managing the work. Going through the work and seeing for each item on the Scrum board, what can we do as a team today to progress this item closer to the done column? And then there's impediments, blockers. Some people don't share their impediments or blockers in the daily Scrum. Are they psychologically safe? Or when they share their impediments or blockers, the product owner, the Scrum master, or someone else in the team shames this person. Or they are being punished because they are blocked by something, or they messed up, or they failed at something. The team is not psychologically safe. Again, the problem might not be with the daily Scrum. There's another big issue here, and you need to fix that. And the last one, my favorite reason why people are not joining the daily Scrum or participating in the daily Scrum or dislike the daily Scrum. This could have been an email. Really? An email? Do you think that you can effectively craft a plan for the day? As a team, who will work on what? How will we collaborate together during the day to progress towards or achieve a sprint goal? Can you do that by email? Can you do that by chat? It will be easier. Everyone quickly join a call and talk together, or even better, in person. Doing that by email, doing that by chat. Very hard to do. Ineffective. You can see that all these reasons why people are not joining or participating in the daily scrums. Most of these reasons are simply because they don't understand why we are doing the daily scrum in the first place. What's the goal of a daily scrum? Or they understand why, but their daily scrums are not currently effective. People are misusing the daily scrums to reach another goal, to do something else. Example, a status meeting. Which brings me to my next point. If you want more tips, insights on Agile Scrum personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.